Hi, I am Jennifer Anderson, Superstar Director of Rating Rockstars. It's Tuesday night, RockStar Rally night, my favorite night of the week, where I get to spend it with all of you. And tonight we're talking about earning the next Scentsy Incentive. We're talking about what to do to earn this Alaskan cruise, or if you're in another region and watching on YouTube, we're talking about what to do to earn your Scandinavian cruise or your South Pacific cruise, or for anyone around the world, including those of you here in the US, top 75 cruise to the Netherlands and Belgium. We're talking about that tonight. We're also just talking about, honestly, what to do to build a great business over the next 6 months and how you can use this incentive to do really good things that kind of move your business forward and take it beyond this incentive. So, first things first, I want to tell you about all of the previous incentives that I've been on because, I feel like it's important that you know that I've done this before and I know how to earn incentive trips for sure, but I want you to hear all of the places that Scentsy has sent me. And this actually is only the big fall incentives that I've earned since I joined Scentsy. But I want you to hear all the places that Scentsy has sent me, and know this, that when I joined Scentsy, my husband and I were kind of living paycheck to paycheck of sorts, and doing something like taking a vacation was either not in the budget or something that we had to save a year or two for. Very intentionally saved to be able to take a vacation. It just wasn't something that was necessarily available to us all the time. And so when I joined Scentsy, I really didn't know that this was part of the gig, that you could earn trips, that you could travel. And I've always loved traveling. Always loved traveling. I totally have, what's that movie? While You Were Sleeping, where she talks about filling her passport with stamps. I swear I saw that when I was a young kid and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. And that dream was planted in my heart as a child, watching While You Were Sleeping, thinking, oh my gosh, I want to fill my passport with stamps. So when my husband and I got married, we took a very short 3-day honeymoon to the mountains of North Carolina. It was like in driving distance, and we just stayed in this little lodge and just went hiking and came back home, and had a fun couple of days. Well, my husband surprised me with a trip to Italy for our first wedding anniversary, but he saved and saved and saved and saved for an entire year for us to be able to do that. And even looking back now, now we've been to Italy twice. We went once on our own for our 1-year wedding anniversary, but then we went back again with Scentsy. And when we went for our 1-year wedding anniversary, we were staying in little tiny cute places, and then we go with Scentsy and we're staying in like these big, grand, magnificent things with room service and all this craziness. It's just like a totally different vibe. And I think the first time I took my husband on a Scentsy vacation, which was the very first one that I ever earned, that's when things really shifted for me, but also for him, because he was able to see and meet other Scentsy people. We didn't know anyone. We literally knew nobody. No one did like RockStar Rally for us. There were no Facebook groups. There was no like team meetings. I didn't really have a sponsor at that point. We didn't know anybody. I just worked my business and built my business. And so we went on this trip and we met all these other people who were doing Scentsy. And then my husband saw couples and women and men who were only doing Scentsy for their job. And we were like, what? None of these things we even knew were possibilities until we took that first incentive trip with Scentsy. And we showed up and we were like, holy crap. It literally changed everything for us. We were honestly a little overwhelmed at first because everything was so luxe and elaborate, and we felt so spoiled that it was like we didn't know what to do with ourselves. It was beyond anything we had ever imagined. So in 2012, I'm going to tell you all the trips we've been on. In 2012, we went to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and I earned that trip in the top 100 of the entire company, and I was a superstar consultant when the trip earning period began. And actually, I was just pulling it up earlier because I wanted to tell you the year that earning period started, my TWV, so my team wholesale volume leading into that was 4,000, 5,600, 6,700, 6,500, 7,200. That was my team sales per month leading up into that trip incentive. And I earned that incentive in the top 100 having no clue that I was actually in the top 100. Like, we showed up to Punta Cana and the perk was that you got a suite upgrade plus a spa day plus some other thing that I forgot. Anyway, when we checked in, all these other Scentsy people had teal wristbands because it was like a like an all-inclusive place, and you get like a wristband just so they know that you're staying there. Well, we got black wristbands and we didn't know what the heck that was. And come to find out, it's like this club level executive, just bananas crap we would have never paid for, and that we see other people being like, oh my gosh, like we would have seen that on other people and thought, holy crap, that's what it was. So we got these black wristbands. We walked into our suite and it was bigger than our house. The suite for this vacation was bigger than our house. We had so much room, we did not know what to do with it. There was a hot tub in our room, open bar in our room. I picked up the phone and I was like, can I get a bottle of champagne? Sure, no problem. They brought it to my room. Like, I mean, it was just amazing. Food was amazing. Beaches were amazing. We went ATVing. We went zip lining. All literally, we paid not a dime for anything. We paid no extra money, all covered for by Scentsy, and that was in 2012. 2013, we chose Whistler, British Columbia, Canada, and I was also in the top 100 of the entire company that year. The perk for earning top 100 was you got an exclusive activity at your location. We actually chose Whistler. We could have chosen Charleston, South Carolina, Costa Rica, Hawaii. There were several different locations, but that's the one that we chose. And because we chose that location and we were in the top 100, we got to go on a float plane ride through volcanoes and glaciers. You know the planes that like take off and land on the water? Yeah, there were 6 people in the plane with the pilot. There were just 6 of us, and we're flying through this like picturesque, beautiful, like you only see in movies or on your desktop of your iMac kind of stuff. We saw it in real life. It was unbelievable. In 2014, we went to Greece with Scentsy. We were also in the top 100 of the entire company that year. That vacation took us to Athens, Greece. So we spent 3 or 4 days in Athens, Greece, and then we spent 3 or 4 days in Mykonos, Greece, which is the Greek Isles. 2015, we earned a Caribbean cruise. 2016, Walt Disney World for 2. They put us up in the Yacht Club, which is a very fancy resort of Disney. In 2017, my all-time favorite trip, we went to Africa. We went on an African safari where we were in Johannesburg, we were in Kruger National Park, and we were in Cape Town, South Africa. I was in the top 100 of the company that year. In 2018, I earned a Mediterranean cruise, and many of you got to go on that trip with me. We were in Spain, France, and Italy, and departed from Barcelona. And in that year, I was in the top 25 of the entire company and got to go see some lavender fields in France for an exclusive perk for that. In 2019, I went to Marco Island, Florida, and I was also in the top 100 of the company. And that year, basically what happened, Scentsy said, if you're in the top 100, we're gonna give you $10,000 for your vacation, and you can pick where you want to go, and you're going to spend all $10,000 on your vacation. We could have gone to New Zealand or Switzerland, but I was either giving birth, like about to give birth, or just gave birth for those 2 trips. So I went to Marco Island, Florida, and spent $10,000 at the JW Marriott Hotel in Marco Island, Florida. But it was an incredible vacation. In 2020, I was in the top 150 of the company and earned a Netherlands and Belgium cruise, which got canceled about 5 days before we were to step on the plane. And in 2021, I earned Walt Disney World for 3 people. So I've earned a few trips, and those are all the places that Scentsy has sent me. And that doesn't include the other places they've sent me, like Cancun a few times, Cozumel cruise for leadership. You guys, I've been all over the world, and my passport is full of stamps because of Scentsy. Because of Scentsy. And even if you look at, yeah, for free too. Like for free. Like I haven't paid for a vacation since 2011. The 1 year anniversary trip to Italy, that was the last vacation we paid for. Every place that I've been has been totally, completely free and hasn't cost me a dime. And all of those places are places that maybe people dream of going and never ever get the chance to in their whole entire life. And I've been to countless of those places because of the opportunity with Scentsy. Because Scentsy says, we love you, we want to spoil you and show you our gratitude for building your own business. You guys, they don't have to do these. All they have to do is pay me a paycheck for my work, right? These trips are icing on the cake. These are an added bonus. This is Scentsy being generous with us. This is them being like showing gratitude and kindness to us. And, you know, I've been all these places because of this business. And even if you hear these places and you're like, I don't have any desire to go to them, I promise you, you don't want to not earn an incentive, because for the last couple of years, Scentsy's offered cash buyouts. $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $11,000, $13,000 in cash buyouts, and you can get cash money in place of a trip at least the last couple of years. Now, I don't know that that's the case this year, but I'm just saying you don't want to miss that opportunity, okay? This year, the incentive trip is an Alaskan cruise, which is on so many people's bucket lists. I was watching and talking to some people about this Alaskan cruise, and I just saw tears fill in their eyes, and like so many people were saying, oh my gosh, I've dreamed of doing that my whole life, or that was always my grandma's dream or my grandpa's dream, or it's always been my dad's dream to do that. Think about how you could make maybe your own dream come true, but maybe you could take someone as a guest and make their dream come true too by earning this vacation. When I told my husband that this trip was an Alaskan cruise, he went, wow. And he doesn't say that a lot. And for him to say like, wow, like I knew that this was something really big. This is going to be an incredible experience. So you don't want to miss it, okay? You do not want to miss it. Not only are the places and the digs that you stay in and the way that they spoil you just incredible, but some of my most favorite memories are times that I've spent with some of you guys on these trips. I don't even like to travel alone anymore. I don't even like to travel without all my friends anymore. Like, I've gotten to go and do these things with all of you, and I can't tell you how beautiful and full it makes those experiences. One of my top 10 days of my whole entire life is climbing the Cinque Terre in Italy with so many of you. And some of you say it was like one of the worst 10 days of your life. But also looking back, it was also one of the best 10 days of your life. We conquered together. We cried together. We sweat. We cursed. We were scared. We were happy. It was such an amazing day. And I love those memories that I got to have with all of you, honestly. It's been one of the most beautiful rides. And my first several trips, I went by myself, and it was always my dream to have team members go with me. And that just was like a whole nother level of joy, is when you get to go and take your team with you too and watch them get to have those experiences. So that's why I'm sharing all of this with you tonight, because I want you to have these experiences, and then I want you to have the blessing of taking team members with you too, because it's like a whole nother level of joy. So let's talk about how you earn it, okay? I want to preface this with the way that you're going to stick through this for the next 6 months is by finding joy in your business and doing it, whatever it is in your business that you love. That's the only way you're going to stick this out for the next 6 months. That's the only way that you're going to stay tied in. You have to find the things in your business that bring you joy and that make you happy and that you love to do. even if they're not income producing activities. You guys know I'm all about the income producing activities. But even if it's not an income producing activity, if you love it and it brings you joy, do it. And do it often. And fill your schedule with it. It's okay, because the only way that you'll keep doing this and stick it out and go beyond not just this 6 months is by finding joy in your business. There are always going to be things to do in your business that don't bring you joy, or that are hard, or that are just business tasks. But there's joy in overcoming the hard too. But find the things that make you happy. Is it making samples? Is it organizing? Is it training someone else? Is it bringing people into the business? Whatever it is it just sniffing testers with your neighbor? Do it often. Find joy in your business and make that a priority for you as we go into these next 6 months, because it's going to be busy. Okay, so first thing, it's literally just a 4-step process, okay? Number 1, you have to know the qualifications. If you want to earn this incentive, you have to know the qualifications. You have to know, what do I need to do to earn this trip? Okay, so if I asked you, what do you need to do? How many points do you need? What is that? Akila's yelling, 45,000. You shouldn't have to go pull up the incentive tab in your workstation. You should just know it's 45K and I need 8,000 of those to be sponsoring points. You need to know the qualifications, okay? So you need to know the qualifications, know what points make up what part of these qualifications. It's so important that you basically learn and memorize those things. It's all laid out for you in the incentive tab of your workstation. I also uploaded fabulous documents with our last RockStar Rally video on YouTube. I'll upload it again for you with this one in the comments so you have it. But here's a points breakdown. You need to know it. You need to know it by heart. Know it like you know the combine and saves. Know it like you know the compensation plan. Know it like you know the scent descriptions. Know it like you know that bars are buy 5, get 1 free, 6 for 30. Okay? Know it that well. Trust me, that's a really important part. You don't want to be wondering what it is or how much you get for selling PRV or getting paid at title of star. Okay? Number 2, decide what level it is that you want. Do you want level 1? Do you want level 2? Do you want level 3? Do you want level top 75? Decide the level that you want, and you have to decide and commit. You have to decide and commit from the get-go that I'm going to get this level. You have to literally speak it out. Guys, manifestation is a real deal, and I don't care if you believe in it or not. Just practice it anyway. Even if you don't believe in it, what can it hurt you to practice it? Okay? Akila is such a great example of this. When the Mediterranean cruise came out, she was like, I am going to earn level 4. I am on the boat. I am doing this. She said it. And guess what she did? She earned level 4, or whatever the level was for her and a guest to go on the Mediterranean cruise. She earned it. And she said it from the get-go when they announced it. I'm doing this. This is the level I'm earning. I'm on the boat. And that's how she worked for the whole 6 months. And she made it happen. And you can ask her what she did with Marco Island incentive. She didn't do that. And she slid in as a trip for 1 at the very end. Now, she earned the trip, but she didn't visualize it. She didn't decide. She didn't commit. And she'll tell you that story on her own. And not that earning a trip for 1 isn't freaking awesome, because it totally freaking is, but she could have earned it for 2, or she could have earned it in the top 100 had she manifested it and decided and committed. Same thing for you. Step 3 is make a plan. Make a plan, friends. And just like we talked about 2 weeks ago about setting yourself up for the next 6 months, all the things that you need to do to prepare, this is incredibly crucial. Make a plan, okay? So here is my plan. Can you guys see what level I'm going for? Is this the level right here? What does that say? Top 75. Oops. Top 75. That's what I'm doing. That's me. I'm going for top 75. I put how many points did I need? 75,000. That's what I'm aiming for. How many sponsoring points do I need? 8,000 minimum is points I received from summer incentive. And then I literally laid it out month for month what I wanted to earn in every single category. PRV, recruiting, paid at title. You guys see this big giant X? It's because I cannot get any personal promotion points. When you're an SSD, you can't get promoted anymore. So anyone who's not an SSD, you have opportunity to earn massive points for personal promotions, okay? But this is incredibly crucial. If you want help doing a plan, I will certainly help you. So will your sponsor or your director. They'll be happy to help you come up with a plan. All you need to do is print this out and get to work, okay? Make your plan. Then step 4, work your plan. It sounds simple, and it is simple, but earning a trip is not easy. It's not. It's hard work. Guys, they don't just give trips away for being active every month. You don't get to go on a free trip because you sold 500 once every 6 months. If you want to earn a trip, you have to sell 2,000 PRV a month. No question. Like, don't even set your sights on anything lower than that. 2,000 PRV. Honestly, you need to go for 2,500 or 3,000. If you want to earn level 1 SFR registration, that's 3,000 PRV a month and 0 recruiting, and you just earned a free registration to SFR. Okay? 3,000 PRV a month, 0 recruiting. If you want to earn the Alaskan Cruise for 1 or 2, it's high PRV plus getting promoted plus getting paid at rank plus recruiting and helping your recruits promote and flourish. Here's what you need to know, okay? It's about working your plan. And every time you get so unsure or tired or you don't know if you're doing what's right, you go back to that step 2 where you decided and committed. You go back to that step 2 where you said, what am I actually working for? What do I really want to earn? What is it that I really truly want? Do I want level 3 in Alaskan Cruise for 2? And do I want to make someone else's dream come true because I can take a guest with me? Go back to that and decide what you really want. Print out pictures, put them on your wallpaper on your phone, put them on your mirrors. Like, I don't care what you have to do. Step 4 is work your plan. It means you do whatever it takes to get the results that you want. You do the work you need to do to get the results you want. Simply. And if what you're doing isn't getting you the results that you want, you either need to do more or change what you're doing. You either need to step your game up or change your behaviors. If what you're doing isn't working for you or isn't getting you what you want, then you need to do what you need to do to get what you want. It's that simple. You can't recruit one person and expect one person to get certified or get to lead or give you the points that you need. If you need 5,000 points, don't just recruit 5 people and expect them all to get certified, because that's just not how it works. If you need 5,000 points in the recruiting field, you better recruit 6 or 10. Do the work that you need to do to get the results you want. Don't go and then stop or put all of your hope in one person. You can't expect other people to work for you or want it like you do. You are so much more in control of this than you think. You have a lot more capacity than you think. And look, I don't want you to look at my plan and think like 75,000 points? What the F? I could never do that. I don't want you to look at 45,000 points for level 3 and think absolutely no way in hell. Did she say 3,000 PRV a month? There's no way I can do that. You know what? You have 2 choices. And there are 2 kinds of people who enter these incentive trip periods. 2 kinds. There's someone who looks at it and says, I'm already defeated. And there's someone who looks at it and says, challenge accepted. You get to choose who you'll be. You can either look at this and be already defeated before you even begin, and you can cut yourself off at the knees, and you can literally lessen your own chances of anything great ever happening. Or you can look at this and you can say, challenge accepted. I am on it. I'm going to do the work that I have to do to get the results I want. Not only will you go on a freaking life-changing vacation surrounded by the top people in the company who just inspire you more to work your business, who excite you more to work your business because you meet other people who are doing what you do, but they're probably doing it even better than you, and you're like, oh my gosh, you learn and get inspired and be excited. Like, not only does that happen, but also by doing this for 6 months, You will have built the most bomb.com business. You will have built the most incredible foundation for continuing to grow and beyond into the spring and the summer and the next fall incentive, growing your paycheck, growing your team, helping your team earn trips, creating a culture that people want to be a part of. That's what happens when you earn a trip. It's so much more than just earning a trip. You'll get a trip. Don't worry. You'll get a trip and it's going to blow your mind. But Scentsy is so smart because they know that by you doing these actions and these activities and these behaviors that it takes to earn a trip, you're also building an incredible business that's going to set you up for really, really, really big success and incredible things in the long run. Do not miss this trip. Know the qualifications. Decide what you want and commit. Make a plan. Work your plan. That's it. That's it. Don't skip any of those steps. And if you haven't made a plan yet, it's already almost the middle of August. That needs to be done tonight. Like tonight. Steps 1 through 3 tonight. Know the qualifications. Choose what you want to earn. Make a plan tonight. Tomorrow you start to work this plan. Because the earlier that you can knock out the points in the 6 months, the better. The more that you can get in the beginning, the better. The more people you can recruit this month, the longer they have for possibilities of getting certified and lead and so forth. Let's go on a trip together, guys. Let's earn this incentive. Let's build incredible businesses. Let's do things that change our own lives. You know what I mean? Let's do this.